Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melly. If you guys are new here, I'm a crochet pattern designer. I also do small pop-up shops. I own a small business. I do run it on Etsy, and I kind of show the ins and outs of like packaging orders and just how to run a small business while working a full-time job as well. So I did have you guys ask me questions on Instagram, and then I also put it up for you guys on YouTube in case you guys had any questions you wanted me to answer. So that is what today's video is all about. I'm going to be answering some questions, and hopefully you guys that are new will get to know me a little bit more. I did this maybe like when I first started my YouTube channel about a year ago. I think it'll be a year at the end of this month or at the beginning of next month. I can't really remember. It was like very foggy. I think my first video was like everything that I made in July, so I think it was like August 1st. I just wanted to do an updated one just so we can get to know each other a little bit more. So make sure you guys just grab a snack and grab something to drink, and we'll be here for just a little bit, talking a little bit more about Melly and about my small business. I hope you guys are interested, and let's go ahead and get into the first couple of questions. So the first questions that I'm going to start off with are going to be the ones that you guys asked me here on YouTube. And let me just go to my community tab here. I have my phone in front of me so I can reference back on the actual question that was asked. Hopefully I don't detour, because I am all about just getting off topic like this. So I want to be able to answer your question straightforward and give you a little bit of insight on the question that you asked. So the first person who asked a question on YouTube was yourfave_Violet, and she asked, is there a reason behind having an elephant for your profile? So I do have an elephant. My logo is an elephant, and my name is Mellyinspired Crochet. The reason why I have an elephant is because when I was younger, I was maybe about 9 or 10, if I remember correctly. My mom ended up being hospitalized, and she was going through a rough time. After that, she ended up coming home, and we were at like a Dollar General, and she ended up buying me this cute little elephant with its trunk up. And when she handed it to me, she had said, just know, like, basically saying like, you know, I'm always here for you, and here's this little stuffed elephant. Just remember, you will always have good luck if the elephant's trunk is up. Ever since then, I've always loved elephants with their trunk up, because it reminds me of my mom and that very kind of intense moment as a young child, not knowing what was happening. And you know, luckily she is still here with us. She's in her 70s and she is thriving. So but yeah, as a child, I was just like, oh my gosh, you know, like what's going on with my mom? But that is the reason why I do have an elephant as my logo. And just to further comment on the logo thing, just so we can talk about a little bit more regarding my logo, the main reason why I picked those two colors was the mint and like the lilac. Those are such beautiful colors. My favorite color is sage, as you can see in the background, but the reason why I picked the mint and the lilac are for my nieces. My sister ended up having twin girls back in 2018, and they were conjoined and sadly ended up passing away after a week of living. So it reminds me so much of them, and that's why I love butterflies so much, because butterflies are always at their gravesite and I love it. So it's, you know, so cute. Speaking of that, I need to go visit them. It's been a little bit, but yeah, that is like the gist of the reason why my logo is what it is and the colors that I chose, things like that. So I hope that answers your question, Violet, and let's go ahead and move on to the next question. So the next question is by Morticia102, and her question is, how long have you been crocheting? So I've been crocheting since October 2020. The main reason that I started crocheting is because, if you guys don't know, I am a registered nurse. I work full-time and I run my business kind of like part-time. Back in October of 2020, I was working in the emergency room. Of course, you guys know, you guys went through it. There was a pandemic that started in March of that same year. It was very hectic. I was a frontline nurse. I needed an outlet, and I felt like I was getting depressed. I was getting anxious, and the anxiety has leaped bounds now that we're in 2024. It's crazy because I feel like I'm more anxious than ever, and I feel like it started in 2020 because before that I was not as anxious as I am now. I definitely needed an outlet. It was very hard being a frontline nurse in the emergency department, and not having an outlet was not good for my mentality and my physical health. So I ended up finding the love of crochet. The first thing that I literally crocheted was trying to crochet a little heart, and then I ended up crocheting like a tiny little octopus. It was a keychain octo, or was it? Yeah, it was an octo. And then after that, my first big plush, as you guys have seen or if you saw my video, it was a little chubby bunny from Old Sold Factory Co. And I will always cherish that bunny, which I have sitting up there. It's so cute. But yeah, that is the gist of why I started crocheting and when I started crocheting, just kind of bundling those two up together. The next question that I have is from Jackie. She says, do you plan to sell at larger markets or do you prefer the small setup you have featured? My goal has always been to do larger markets, but I was very much intimidated a couple weeks ago when I did the bigger market outdoors. It was just so much and I just didn't feel prepared at all, and I don't know if my small area is even into crocheted items. I don't know. I feel like maybe at this very moment I shouldn't be doing them, but I like my small setup only because I don't need anybody else. The only reason I bring somebody else is because of my anxiety, but regardless of that, I can set up on my own, you know? Whenever it's a bigger market, I don't know how you girlies do it that set up on your own, because I can't. It's just so laborious and so hard. So I don't know how you guys do it, and props to you guys. I definitely feel like I need to figure something out. I really do want to do bigger markets, you know? I think that would be amazing and fun, and I'm sure you get adrenaline, like the rush of people coming to your booth and buying your stuff. I haven't had that full experience just yet. I think the most profitable, or the most profit that I've made from a market was like $70, which, you know, I'm not saying that's bad, but it's nowhere near what I thought I would be making. So, you know, you have your downfalls, and to answer the question, yes, I do want to do bigger markets. I just don't know when I'll want to do them or when I'll build up that courage to do them. The next question is from Jennifer, and her question is, what inspired you to become an inspiring crocheter? I remember going on YouTube and watching all these amazing people crochet, and I felt like it just wasn't enough. I kept seeing these people upload once a week, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, can you give me more? Give me more, because I'm crocheting and I need stuff to watch. I didn't want to continue binging like Dexter or Pretty Little Liars, you know? I really wanted to watch like a small business creator and seeing what they were making and seeing what patterns they were using. But a lot of the creators, they would I would see some and they would say, yeah, try these, you know, 25 free patterns, and I would click on it and I'm like, bet, I'm ready to watch this. Let's see what the plushie looks like at the end. And no one would show you what a plushie looked like at the end, and I just felt like people were missing the target, because a lot of people in the comments were saying like, can you show us what the plushie looks like, and no one was doing it. So I was like, I want to start my crochet channel, and I want to be able to show people what the free patterns look like, the ones that I have tested, because a lot of people were promoting free patterns and saying you should try it without them trying it themselves, and that feels a little wonky, you know what I mean? Like, if you haven't tried it, then how do you know to promote it or to say that you like the pattern just because you kind of skim through it? So I thought there was a lack of showing the way free patterns were, and so I went ahead and started my YouTube channel and started showing that. I kind of wanted to incorporate like me showing how I deal with a small business and working a full-time job, as well as what I finish in a week. So I started my little crochet vlog series, and I think we're on crochet vlog number 26 this next week. So, you know, like, that is amazing. I appreciate you guys so much for watching those. Those are the ones that are more viewed than any of my other videos, and I appreciate you guys. Without you guys, I feel like there wouldn't be such dedication for me to continue to upload regularly. I'm not saying I wouldn't upload at all, because I love to make YouTube videos and I like to show people, you know, different types of yarn. I mean, I have so much yarn, and just to show people all of the things that you can make with freaking yarn, or like the patterns that I've made. I am such, like I've said before, like, buying yarn and making crochet items are two different hobbies, and I love both of them. So if you guys love one or the other, make sure to follow this account, because I am telling you, I'm a lover, I'm a connoisseur of yarn. Like, if you look at my room, you can definitely tell that I love yarn. So I just wanted to start a YouTube channel to inspire people, because people inspired me, and that is literally my little slogan. Like, everybody is inspired by each other, so why don't we inspire each other? I solely believe in that, and I forgot what the question was. Why did I start my channel? Okay, yeah. Just to bridge the gap on what wasn't there on YouTube that I wanted to see is the main reason, and I wanted to inspire others, and I'm happy that we built a little community here. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys don't know how much I appreciate you guys and all the feedback, you know? Let's go ahead and move on to the next question. I've spent so much time on this one. So the next question is by, I believe it's Yuma. Her question is, what other YouTubers do you watch? If you didn't have a crochet channel, what kind of channel would you have? A funny story. So this wasn't always a crochet channel. The first 89 subscribers that I had on this channel were from my previous channel, and it was just Mellyinspired. It wasn't Mellyinspired Crochet. I added that like a year later. But Mellyinspired was a makeup channel. I loved doing makeup. I loved doing other people's makeup. I did people's makeup for prom. You know, I stopped doing that once I got a little bit older, and I didn't have much of an interest. The reason I loved doing makeup was for the artistry, and you know, at the end of the night, you gotta wash it off. So I wanted something to be like a longevity thing, and I found it through crocheting. But I used to upload videos about my makeup, reviewing makeup. I think now, not that I don't know, I'm so much into drama channels. Not saying that I would have a drama channel, I would not have the tea, but I love like all things Animal Crossing. I love watching Froggy Crossing. I'm into like watching Sims plays. I love watching Twitch. I freaking like watch people play Fortnite, Call of Duty, Legend of Zelda, like all of that. Breath of the Wild. Oh, yes, please. My YouTube channel would probably, honestly, I feel like it would be a gaming channel, because I love all things gaming too. I am an anime girly as well. I think I talked about it in my previous vlog too, because I am very much a range of things. Like, I'm not just solely like, you know, Hispanic and love Latin music. Like, I am an array of things, and I feel like you may not get the vibe from me, but yeah, the types of channels that I watch, instead of telling you guys that, let me just go through the people that I follow. These are the people, the main people that I watch. So let me go ahead and tell you. Do We Know Them podcast, Dustin Daily, Marky, these are all drama channels basically, Spill Sesh, Stitches by Patti, The Viewer's Voice, Sweet Beans Crochet, Comfort Loops, Jada Hote, Froggy Crossing, Cinnamon Toast Kin, Cat Cake, Tea Spill, Refined Vibes, of course, Blondie Knots, Murphy Crochets, H&K Ariana, H&K Crochet. 16 Leo is my man. He's so good. Hope Scope is really good too. She's very like laid back, you know. Mia Maples, I love me some Mia Maples and Mama Maples. I love them too, and I watch her little vlog channel as well. Like I think it's called More Mia or something like that. I also watch a little bit of Passionate Kelsey. Not all the time though. Toasty Games, which is like a sub of Cinnamon Toast Ken. I watch Steph and Jazz, which she's the one that does the Cheaters lives. I like drama. I like drama. I like Gigi Creates. I used to watch Old Soul Crochet Co all the time. I don't think she uploads as much anymore. I watch Monica Razak. She lives in New York, and she's like a fashion, I would say like a fashion designer. Like she creates her own pieces of fashion. The last one I will talk about is Adventures with Purpose. If you guys haven't seen that channel, you definitely should. Adventures with Purpose has all to do with like helping people find their lost loved ones, and most of the time, of course, they have passed away in a body of water. Which, you know, most of the time it's like they don't have the manpower or resources to like be able to fund and go into the water. So Adventures with Purpose actually does that for free, and they check out the entire body of water. They do like a whole research thing. Like you guys need to watch them. They have found and solved many cases. I just love them. They are using their channel for a good purpose. You know what I mean? Ugh. It's so good. But yeah, let's see what the next question is, because your girl's getting emotional, and for what? I mean, for a good reason, but I don't need to get emotional. So the next question that I have is by Quinn, Cat Cake Crochet. The question is, how did you come up with your business name? Is there a story behind it? I don't know if I mentioned, I watch Quentin too. And I watched Comfort Loops Victoria. I watched Sweet Beans Crochet. I don't know if I named any of them, but I watched them too. But yeah, how did you come up with your business name? Is there a story behind it? My business name is Mellyinspired Crochet. Before this was a crochet channel, it was a makeup channel, and it was the Mellyinspired. I love to feel inspired, and I love when I make people feel inspired too. So just like the motto that I live by is, we need to inspire each other. I get inspiration from my viewers, and my viewers get inspiration from me. So it's kind of like a give and take kind of thing. So that's why I came up with Mellyinspired Crochet. I just added the crochet, but the Mellyinspired was originally from my makeup channel. Just inspiration for creating, you know, and I'm still creating with my hands, so I kept the name, and I love it. I love it. I feel like it's unique. No one else has like inspired in their name. I love that mine feels like mine. You know what I mean? That's her first question. The next one, she asked, what project are you most proud of? It doesn't have to be crochet. The project that I'm most proud of, if it were crochet, it would have to be my very first pattern, because without my first pattern, I wouldn't have made the rest of my Sleepy Baby Animal collection, you know? And that collection is still continuing, but right now I'm like focused on my Teeny Baby Animal collection. But the Sleepy Baby Animal collection is not done yet. But yeah, I would say Samba the elephant. She is one that I'm most proud of. When it comes to crochet, I don't know about like non-crochet. It would probably be learning how to sew. Like my keychain, like my keychains for the keychain fob, like those were so cute. The wristlets, I need to make some more. I was very proud of that. So I will say that that's what I'm very proud of, non-crochet related. It's sewing related. Her next question is, what are your goals or wishes for the next year? My goals and wishes for the next year, definitely I have a lot of goals. Like I really want to reach 10K before the end of the year. I want to be able to open up my Patreon for the end of the year. This is funny, but I definitely want to lose at least 10 to 15 pounds by the end of this year. And I know that's doable, but it's hard when you love food. Some people get it. Some people don't. But yeah, I think those are my goals and wishes. I wish for my family to be healthy and for them to, you know, continue to flourish with me. I also just want this community to grow, and I want you guys to feel comfortable here. I want you guys to love the videos that I put out, you know. So I am really trying to see what you guys like and what you guys don't like. I just want my business to grow. I want it to flourish. Sorry if it cut abruptly, it's because my camera overheated, so it turned off. But let's go ahead and continue. I think we were on Quinn's last question. Do you feel like doing markets has helped your social anxiety? No. I don't think so. I think I still have so much social anxiety. Day by day I'm trying, but I think it's just putting on a persona like I do when I go to work, you know? I think when I'm in that mentality, then I can get through the day. So I think that's how I'm getting through like pop-ups and markets. I don't feel like my anxiety has gone away or diminished in any form. The next couple of questions are going to be from Instagram, and we're going to breeze through these pretty quickly because I think some of them are kind of generalized within the same questions that were asked from YouTube. So Nooks_Hooks, Anook is one of my really good friends, and she asked, how many sleepy babies have you made so far? So I think I've made sleepy babies, not teeny babies. Sleepy baby wise, I think I've made 5. I only have 3 out, which is Colin the koala, Benji the beaver, and Samba the elephant. But I think I have 2 that I haven't put out. Those are 3, and then 2 that are unreleased, which you guys know about one of them, which is the pig. The next question is, which of your hooks is your absolute favorite? Specific hook, not size. My favorite hook, specific hook, I would say anything clover. So I just got some from the Crafting Ginger and Hooks and Glitter, and they both use clover tips. As long as it's clover, I want it. If it's not clover, I don't want it. So I hope that answers your question, Anook. The next question is from Mariah. How did you come up with the idea of the sleepy baby theme? I remember being on Etsy and feeling uninspired. I wanted to come out with my own pattern, and I wasn't sure what I wanted. I just know I wanted it to be different than anything that I've seen already. And I knew I wanted my first pattern to be an elephant, hence the logo, but I really wanted an elephant. And every elephant that I saw on Etsy had their trunk down. And going back to what my mom always said was, you know, it's lucky when their trunk is up. So I knew I wanted like a elephant with the trunk up, but then I hardly saw like a ton of sleepy babies on Etsy. Like I would see you see a ton of standing animal patterns, you see a ton of sitting animal patterns, but you don't see a ton of like lying down animal patterns. So I figured that I would be more than happy to take on that challenge and do like sleepy baby animals. And that's when I came up with the elephant idea, and I ran with it, and it was so easy for it to be a no-sew pattern for me. The first one that I made was like this bright pink from Premier Yarns, and literally the next day I posted it. Like I did it that night, and that next morning I posted it. It didn't take me long to create a pattern, and I think it's just because I know what I want from the stitches. You know, if you know what you want from your stitches and you know what kind of shape you're trying to come up with, then it'll be easy for you to make the pattern. You just have to see what's not out there, like what is missing in the crochet community, and go for it and make it. Just like my little tree frog, I don't think I've ever seen a tree frog. I've seen like regular frogs. I haven't seen like a tree frog, and I haven't seen too many patterns with like their legs like the way an actual frog stands up, so, or like, you know, sits. So I figured, why not make a tree frog? And I sure did. That's when Ryder was born. So a lot of drawing and frogging. The next question I have is from Devana. She asked, if you were to move out of the US, where would it be? I am very comfortable where I am. I'm a very stagnant person. I am like a little worrywart when it comes to like moving and traveling, so I don't do that often. But I would probably, I don't know, maybe Europe. I just feel like they probably have cleaner air. Oh, that's so funny. I just, I'm just gonna say Europe. I think Europe. I think Europe is beautiful, I feel like it's majestical, like it's so far, and I bet you it's so beautiful, and there's probably less pollution there. The US is just terrible when it comes to like pollution and stuff. Like, I would say Europe. Bunny Hop Crochets ask, what are your favorite patterns? I have a ton of favorite patterns, and I should have written them down. I should have asked myself these questions before I came on. But favorite patterns, I definitely would say the Lacrome frogs. They're by Lacrome. I think she sells the pattern on Ravelry now, not on Etsy anymore. I would say another one of my favorite patterns is like the Nooks _ Hooks bear, like the Scrappy Bear. I freaking love that. I haven't made it, so I sound like, but I just know it's good. Because her elephant pattern, her free elephant pattern is good. So I've tested and seen a ton of her patterns, and I think the Scrappy Bear one has my heart. I definitely want to make like a pastel Scrappy Bear. I just haven't had a chance to do it. There's a ton of them. There's just a ton. There's too many. Those are a couple. I would be here all day if I told you guys which ones I love. I love like the little Bebe Fish by Stitch Sister Co. I like the little free Octo. It's an Octo. I think it's by Hooked and Beyond. Believe it or not, I really like keychain patterns. Keychain patterns are like really cute and nice. But those are a couple. Let's see. When did you start writing patterns, and what inspires you the most? I started writing patterns this year. I think it was, when did my elephant come out? I think it was January or February. Maybe February or March. It was at the beginning of this year. What inspired me the most was me wanting something out of a pattern that I didn't have in my inventory just yet. Like a cute little elephant with its trunk up, lying down. Like, I'd never seen that. So that's why I made Samba, and she was born. And then I was like, well, I haven't really seen a lot of these animals in like a lying position. I've seen them like in like a planking position, but not like in a lying position where that's like the intent, and they have like little sleepy eyes, things like that. Even my teeny baby collection was meant to be like sleepy. You guys can put like sleepy eyes on them, but then they just came out so cute with just like regular black eyeballs. So I decided to do that instead for my little teeny animal collection. They're technically awake little lying babies, but that's where I got my inspiration, because there wasn't any patterns like that when I was looking for them. What inspires you the most? Yarn. Believe it or not, like when I see yarn, there's like such an inspiration to like certain colors. I'm like, ooh, I definitely want to make that in this color, so it literally, I think that's why I have an addiction to like buying yarn. Next question is, how did you come up with the style of your sleepy baby animals? They're so cute. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. This is by Lily's Cluck and Crafts. Same thing. I didn't see the style on Etsy when I was looking for a specific pattern, so I wanted to be the first to like come up with this collection of like sleepy baby animals. And then my teeny babies were born because my sleepy baby animals were huge. I mean, they're like so big. And so I wanted to make something slightly smaller to make it a little bit more market friendly, which I feel like in a way they're still not as market friendly, only because they do take a little bit of time, but I promise you the end result is beautiful. So I would definitely try them out if I were you. They're on my link tree if you're interested. My Etsy is on my link tree. But yeah. The next question is by Amy. How do you find the motivation to do all that you do? Work, crochet, writing patterns, filming, etc. You guys give me a lot of motivation, believe it or not. Like, and of course I keep myself motivated. There's days that I'm not motivated, but I would say about 99% of the time I am motivated. Make that 95% of the time. 95% of the time I am motivated. I just like to get stuff done. I love the teeny baby animal patterns that I've created. Like, all of them have been with a purpose, like they're not just me creating something to make money off of. Like, I really do love these patterns that I'm making. With work, I mean, it's something that I have to do to provide for my family and for myself, of course, my yarn addiction here. So I have to do that. That is something that I have to, I have to work, and I don't mind it. Like, I love going to work, and interacting with my patients and interacting with my coworkers, that is completely fine. It's not too bad, you know? Plus I have a really great boss and really great coworkers, so that makes it so much better. With crochet and writing patterns and filming, I like to show you guys a week in my life. I love to like film sit down videos here with you guys. Like, that is what I love to do. The part that I don't like doing is like the editing. I don't like listening back to myself and like trying to cut out every single thing that I said wrong, but I'm a perfectionist and I hate when I say something wrong or I run out of breath because I'm talking too fast. So those get clipped too. Sometimes I'm like, I should just leave those in so my videos don't look so choppy. And it would be less on me too, but there's things that bother me about it. So it's like this mic picks up every single breath that I take. So I don't like that. But yeah, I keep myself motivated. You guys in the comments keep me motivated. Like, I love that. And it's just like a working thing, you know? It feels good and I love it. I am happy because I am interacting with you guys. I am hanging out with family. I'm hanging out with my boyfriend. Like, I'm doing things as well. I'm always doing something. Next, what's your favorite pattern you have made? My favorite pattern, I used to say Samba, the sleepy baby elephant, but I'm thinking it's probably Gideon the gorilla, or I have several. Maurice the monkey is beautiful. I fell in love with him so fast. And I also love Ryder the tree frog. So I think they're all beautiful though. Not including the ones I didn't even talk about, but I like so many of them, you know? I would say right now at this very moment, it's probably Gideon the gorilla. I think we only have a couple more questions. We have SGA Crochet, who asked, what plans do you have for future patterns? I have a lot in store. I really want to make some sitting animals too, but that'll be later on. I think they're adorable when they're just like sitting there and their legs are dangling too. But at the very moment, I am focused on my lying animals because they are so cute. I think they're adorable. Look out for my Etsy because I will be posting some of my unreleased ones for you to purchase, like an actual physical plush, because I have so much inventory. I need to get rid of some of this stuff, so make sure you're watching out on my Etsy if you're interested. And that was the last pattern. I feel like I've been talking for like an hour straight, but that is going to be the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for sending me your questions. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this type of sit down video. I wanted to crochet while I was talking to you guys, but like my room is small and you wouldn't even be able to see me crochet. Like, you would just see me looking down. So yeah, I am excited for this coming up vlog. I hope you guys still enjoy the vlogs. Hopefully they're not too repetitive. I did finish this beautiful wall back here. It's so pretty, and I'm thinking of filming more on this side just so you guys can see something a little bit different than just my background that you guys normally see. And then, you know, half of it is yarn and the other half is like a white wall, which is beautiful. I hope you guys had a good weekend. This is the start of a new schedule. As some of you guys know, I did post in my community tab that I will be switching my Saturday videos to Monday, and my videos for Thursday will stay the same. I will see how that works out for me and for you guys to see if you guys enjoy it. But yeah, that is going to be it. I hope you guys have a good rest of the week, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's live on Tuesday at 8 p.m. CST. Bye guys.